Look at our friend. We got the paintings for him. Hopefully now he can get out of his depression.
Let us hear your story.
Even trees need friends. I know you and Ran are simply trying to be helpful. I don't think there's anything that can help me. My spark, my will to paint is simply gone. But Ran is right. I owe you at least to try, but bring this budding artist friend of yours to me.
Don't forget to take some soup for the journey.
Alright, sir. Before you change your mind. Yes, sir. We're going to bring in Rauvoss. And yes, I know. I said we're going to do the main quest line. We're going to rush it. And maybe I'm going to do that. But here I was. I thought it was a dungeon quest. And then later I realized, oh no, the paintings, right. We were supposed to go into the dungeons for this guy. And now what am I supposed to do? Ignore that quest line? All for the sake of world quests? Oh no, we need to help him. And this is an artist. We need to help him get back the will to craft, to create, to beautify reality with imagination.
Aspect's grace shine down on you.
Hudson will see you now.
May the flights protect us.
Really? Oh, but I haven't polished my scales or trimmed my claws, and I'll have to gather my supplies and... Oh, thank you, Tyr. I will go. Polish your scales. Alright. It would be kind of interesting to have more than one species alive on planet Earth that has consciousness. I mean, scales, draconids, tauren. It would be cool to share this world with other species, even though knowing humans, I mean, look around, like Russia, thinking about, hey, let's murder innocent people, that's a cool sport. No, it's not, but those people exist, those nations exist. And if we had other species on planet Earth, I'm quite sure that humanity would not earn the good boy status. In many cases. Oh, most certainly not. I expect humanity to act like it always does, and that is greedy and arrogant and evil whenever it benefits people. People only hold on to principles and rules and all of that when it's convenient. It's a problem with society. When it becomes inconvenient, many people, if not most, will immediately throw everything aside and return to basic instincts. And yeah, that's what's terrible about humanity. And I am trying to change that through various ways. For example, by telling you, don't be a dick. Ah, you see? Ah, it worked. Hopefully. Not. And if we all would ask ourselves, what will be the consequences of my actions? This world would probably already be a better place. Anyway, we're going to help the artist now to rediscover himself.
I never gave up hope.
I cannot believe it. A chance to learn from the master himself. Ah, goodness. Whenever I think about masters, I think about grand masters, you know? In my opinion, a grandmaster is an exceptional individual who manages to inspire other masters to unlock skills and will to achieve even greater greatness. And such a grandmaster is very rare. There was one, for example, once. Quite famous one, coming out of Italy, the name Pavarotti. And he sang with the voice of greatness, but that is not what made him a grandmaster, no. What made him a grandmaster was the ability to bring forth the best in other masters of music. Once he was part of a group. I mean, he's already dead, sadly. I never saw him live, which is a bit of a shame, but I was born too late. He was in a group calling themselves the Three Tenors. Obviously, Three Tenors. And when you watch old footage of them performing, you could see the spark that exploded between them when they listened to their own craft and the craft of the ones they chose to be a group of. And when Pavarotti, for example, utter beauty and vocally, you could see how that inspired the other masters of that craft beside him to go beyond what they would previously do and try to make this singular moment even more special. And when such a thing happens, then in my opinion, you have a Grand Master. And oh my goodness. It's a beautiful thing that we have the technology to record, and that because of this, everyone can listen and see Pavarotti and the other ones, who are also exceptional in their field, live and perform and do what they do. That is sometimes not appreciated. Back in the days when you wanted to learn something, you had to get a flight, book a hotel, you had to have lots of money to get to a person that was willing to teach you. Nowadays, oh, you want to learn from the MIT? Well, just go to YouTube and get to their fucking channel. It's one click away. The knowledge of humanity. Back in the days when my parents went to school, when they had to look something up, they had to go to the library. They didn't have Google. They didn't have a search engine. No, they went to the library and then they stood before 10,000 books. And then the first problem appeared. Where the heck am I going to find that which I'm looking for? So you didn't even have the right source. First you had to think about where am I going, where I'm going to find what I'm looking for. There's also something, we talked about someone, a lawyer, that I had a long conversation with, that told me of his life story, and that is something that he said was very important in life. He said that, oh my goodness. You know what? No. We need to play World of Warcraft. Sorry, I just saw the clock ticking down. And I'm talking about a lot of things, but tomorrow we do have the reset. And if I spend now hours and hours trying to talk about humanity, I'm kind of going to have a slight problem called no world quests, no item level. No one is going to take me into a raid. Click shift control click to remove pin.
I have lived to see them return.
I cannot believe it. A chance to learn from the master himself. Oh goodness, I do hope he likes my work.
Go with the aspects.
Oh, odd style, but I would love to see your work. Watch me work. Ugh, I cannot paint. You wasted your time. What was it? Something I said? Oh boy, look at him. All he wants in life is for this great master to appreciate his craft and his person, and he just wants to be appreciated. Oh boy.
Come, settle down for a spell.
I'll beat the demons out of it. But I can't just give up on him. We'll just have to try again. There are more paintings still out there, he threw out. These were in even more dangerous locations, so I hope you are up for the challenge. What? Halls of Infusion, Algathar Academy, Azure Vault, and Althar's Dungeon. God.
Now I have a story to tell.
Are you serious, questline? Now I have to... Okay, yeah, next week when we're going to do all the Mythic Dungeons again. Mythic Plus unlocks in a week or so. So we're going to do one more run with Mythic 0. Oh! Community Feast. Will it... Okay, no, we're not going to do that. That will... Airborne. Okay. Oh, Auctioneer.
Have anything ancient to trade?
Okay, welcome to
Needs
Auctioneer.
to be at
Whatever. Do I have
least
to
2
sell
centuries
anything? Bind on equipped. Selling. Yeah, that was not worth much, right? Yeah, 200. Yeah, no.
If you
That's
find
definitely
anything
no for
exotic,
me.
bring it.
So now we're going to the
my
territory of
lord.
main quest line.
I
Anyway, I'm going to talk about it just shortly. So, what we talked about and what he tried to, could say, print upon my soul. I was a person who definitely wanted to spread certain good information in life. In part, that is the soul of a teacher. Was that you don't necessarily have to have all the answers. You can't have all the knowledge. But if you work in a profession and you have to deal with a situation which you never dealt with before, you need to know where you can find what you're looking for. You don't need to know everything, no, but you need to know where you can find what you're looking for. And that is the most basic skill that a veteran in any field should have. You don't necessarily need to know, oh, that law in that says, oh no, here, and that, oh no, the specification, what was that, 1525? No. You don't need that, but you need to know where you can find it. And if you can do that, then you can do almost everything. The problem just is if you have no idea where to find what you're looking for, then you're never going to make it to something that could be considered special, extraordinary. Ah, laggy. It's still lagging. So this region apparently, I'm not sure why, but the Azure span, we also had this massive lag that was not part of our latency problem, where it just took ages to interact loot. Ah, okay. He says that the problem of this is the server is a specific one. So all you have to do is get into another server, for example, by using a group finder. There are some AFK groups, for example, where someone, the raid lead, is from, I don't know, another server. And then when you join, you're going to get linked to his server. And that's an easy solution. Actually, many people are doing that. I'm not sure if you are aware, but there are mounts in this game that drop from rare mobs. For example, there is a mount that I always wanted, to be honest, in the Maelstrom, in Deepholm. There is a giant tower, and there's a dragon. It occasionally spawns, and he drops a cool mount. Okay. The problem just is it only spawns every days or weeks or so. So if you want to get that mount, you have to wait there until it spawns. And obviously you can't just wait weeks at a time, so you need luck. Or something that people do, they jump from realm to realm. So there is a person who's hunting that specific elite, and he's jumping 50, 60, 70, 80 servers. Because in every server, there is obviously a chance for the mount to for the elite to spawn, and there's another spawner timer. Because obviously that mount last time had been defeated another time, then another realm, and it also can be a bit of a problem because it diminishes your chances of getting an elite. Oh, there is rich Severite. Do I need that? No, not really. Never mind. Maybe I should Google this problem that we have, because with craft equipment can't get any more good recipes than the basic trainer or profession, but maybe we can get recipes with our reputation factions. That's of course possible. Let's see how that one turns out. And the main quest line, Guardian Velomir.
Come to finish me off, Primalist scum.
Oh, not Primalist.
The doctor is ill.
What, sorry? So? I'm not your enemy.
What? Commander Ernog? Who are you? Thank you. I am thankful for your
You have my thanks and my apologies, stranger. In the heat of battle, it is difficult to distinguish a friend from a foe, and there are plenty of foes around.
report back.
Vengeance, hot
We
sir.
must press on.
The Primalists caught us completely unawares. Velomir spits in disgust. I'm not going to do that. The sound. Even though, can you do a spitting sound without actually spitting? Yeah, that's what I can do without actually spitting. If I'd actually... you know what? I'm going to get... I have a certain bin next to me. I'm not going to... Okay, so that's the best sound I can recreate without actually spitting. So, my fellow guardians were ripped apart by these monsters. I mean, that's actually very interesting. I'm not sure if you're aware, but creating the sounds for a movie or television series or a game can be an extremely exciting... Or for example, music for a song, the sound, the little effects, that can be extremely interesting. And there are many videos on the web where in kind of making of style explanations you're being shown what it means, for example, to create the sounds you know from old Disney movies. And that's magnificent, the ingenuity, the creativeness required to go beyond what anyone would think about doing in order to create a sound, especially faking a sound. For example, do you think it's possible to perfectly mimic the squealing of a pig without having a pig? And I'm going to say yes, it's possible. With old school techniques. And that's just fun. I mean, sure, nowadays almost everything is somehow recorded and you can just press on a button and then replay the footage. But before, in the olden days, before we had giant internet libraries of stuff, it was a pretty hard job trying to mimic natural sound that people expected. For example, how would you mimic a crash without actually smashing cars into each other? Anyway, my fellow guardians were ripped apart by these monsters. I would have joined them in death if you had not shown up when you did. Off in the distance, I can still hear the sounds of battle. Perhaps others still live, maybe even Commander Eranok. Lend me your aid, champion. I need you to cause a distraction so I can sneak to a position closer in. Killing a few of these so-called magma sworn would be perfect. Plated head. Alright.
The Primalists must
And the
be
fog
purged.
of battle. The Primalist attack came suddenly and with no warning. My unit attempted to find our leader, Commander Eranok, but before we could get to the other side of the garrison, we were cut off. In the battle, my unit leader, Sergeant Dagrich, held off 3 Primalists by himself, as Kaora, Mikor, and myself battled at his side. Their screams are the last thing I remember before I fell. Please, Torin, if you see any signs of my unit, let me know what happened to them.
I will
Alright.
make my way to the bridge at the middle of the garrison. Meet me there when you are done.
This is the body of a dragon spawn. Given the heavy armor, it appears this wasn't one of the normal guardians. You turn the body over and see many deep wounds with burnt edges. They were likely caused by the molten weapons wielded by the primalists. Based upon the heavy armor and Velomir's description, you believe this was Sergeant Tagirik. Oh dear, everybody's dead. Velomir unit found, alright. That's the last one in that building. This guardian is covered with ghastly wounds. Just as you arrive, you see him struggle, his words caught in a gurgle. He lets out a heavy sigh and slumps to the ground, dead. No! Too late, dammit. Inspect the body. Regrettably, you identify this guardian as Mikot, based upon Velomir's descriptions. Everybody is dead. Damn it. Damn it. Alright.
It is good you are here.
Who are the primalists and what do they want? I don't care, they killed my friends and that makes them my sworn enemies. Vengeance served hot.
We must press on.
Great work, Paladin. Those monsters deserve every bit of pain you can give them twice over. Plated head, okay?
The primalists
This
must be purged.
pains me to hear. But I understand. Thank you, Paladin.
My best people
Alright.
lost.
Oh, that's a lot of quests.
We must press forward and see if Commander Eranog has survived. Gather any supplies you can find. We will need all the help we can get.
And that's the cue for the next episode. Damn. I'm definitely surprised that it has been some time since questing and exploring and professions actually felt fun in World of Warcraft. Usually it's just something that you have to do, but you don't really want to do it. Especially crafting, I'm actually surprised. It's kind of fun with the complex mechanics and specializations and crafting orders and all of that. It's just okay. I get it, Blizzard. You're trying to improve upon your bases. Okay, good. Next, try to bring back features people like, and features people don't like, yeah, maybe not bring them back. And that way, everyone's going to be happy. Until next time.